final component in your communications campaign is the persuasive video. Its main purpose is to persuade your audience to take a desired action based on what you have communicated to them thus far. In the video project, you will appeal primarily to ethos, that is, authority. By speaking directly to your audience in your own voice, you project your ethos as a subject matter expert onto them, urging them to follow your recommendations. This is what we refer to as the call to action. The video is the most complex piece of communication you'll be working with in this class. It needs to combine all three rhetorical appeals, ethos, logos, and pathos, in order to achieve its full rhetorical potential. Ethos is projected through your position as a subject matter expert. Logos is projected through carefully crafted, evidence-based arguments, and pathos is projected through the images, the video clips, and the soundtrack you're using. Today, I'm going to show you how to create your persuasive video using Adobe Spark Video. You can download it from your device's App Store. Let's begin with the workflow. Start by writing a script for your video in a word processor. The script should cover everything you want to say in the video's voiceover. Be sure to apply the 6-step writing process to ensure the highest quality writing. The next step is to create or select images and film clips for your video. Your script will guide you in what you need. In video production, we often talk about visual assets in terms of A-roll and B-roll. A-roll is the main track, which in this case is your voiceover, and B-roll is illustrative footage laid on top. As always, I recommend that you produce your own visual assets, but if you must use existing ones, do make sure you follow ethical practices and cite your sources in the end credits. Next up, create a storyboard for your video. You can do this on a piece of paper if you like. Divide your script into scenes and decide which visual assets you want to use to illustrate each scene. Your video should have a clear beginning, middle, and an end. So arrange your scenes in a logical sequence. You're now ready to assemble your video. Open Spark Video on your mobile device and log in. As a Clemson student, you already have an Adobe account, so be sure to select the Education Account option when you log in. Tap the red plus symbol at the bottom of your screen to create a new video. Begin by typing the title of your video and tap Next. Select Start from Scratch and go to the next step. You're now looking at the main Spark video screen, and this is where you'll do all your editing. If we start from the bottom, we have the timeline where you lay out your scenes. Tapping the plus symbol at the end of the timeline adds a new scene. Go ahead and add as many scenes as your storyboard calls for. Select the first scene and add your A-roll. Press and hold the red microphone symbol to record the scene's voiceover. Find yourself a quiet location to record your voiceover and try to sound natural as you read to make it more energetic and authentic. Now, go to the center area of the screen, which is where you'll find the program monitor, and tap the plus symbol to bring up the Elements menu. This is where you will add illustrative B-roll. Select video or photos depending on which type of asset you wish to use, and add it from your device or another source. Go back to the timeline now and tap the play symbol on the left to play back your scene. If you're not satisfied with your voiceover, press the red microphone symbol again to re-record it. Similarly, if you want to choose a different visual asset, simply tap it and replace it. Follow the same procedure for every scene in your video. You can rearrange the scenes at any time by dragging them around on the timeline. When you are satisfied with the layout of your video, tap Music from the Spark video menu on the top to add a soundtrack which will play in the background. Be sure to pick a soundtrack that conveys the appropriate mood you wish to invoke with your work. Now that the video is complete, tap the share icon in the top right corner of the screen to render it. Once a public link has been created, it won't change even if you go back to edit your video later. The Persuasive video project marks the end of your campaign. If you are successful in your endeavor, your audience should be persuaded by your work and be motivated to take action based on your recommendations. Good luck and thanks for watching.